Yo, it's been a few months now since J. Cole dropped 7 Minute Drill back in April, and a few days later issued an apology to Kendrick on stage at his Dreamville festival. Now this set J. Cole back because he lost a lot of respect from the fans. He was trolled on the internet for weeks. However, J. Cole is gearing up to drop his highly anticipated album, The Fall Off. Even though people moved on from Cole apologizing, that will always be a stain on his legacy. The only way Cole can fix this, he has to drop a classic album or really good music. It's been proven that people forget about shit when you release good music. Trey the Truth, who's close to J. Cole, was on the Breakfast Club and said he heard the album and that people will be surprised. He continued to say, don't get it fucked up. His album coming, and when the album coming, it's probably gonna shock a lot of people. Remember what I tell you all the time. A lot of people form opinions on a lot of things they don't fully know the situation. He'll be alright before it's too late. You never know what bro may do. Yeah, whatever, we need to hear the album. However, do y'all think J. Cole can say he's the greatest on these records now? He lost that privilege. Now people will be questioning that a lot more. J. Cole is a well-rounded MC, but J. Cole, just like Big Sean, has a way of talking a good game on their records, but when it's time for battle, they duck in. You can't do that in hip-hop, because you won't be respected if your name is brought up in the conversation. However, this doesn't take away from J. Cole being a legend and being a top-tier lyricist in hip-hop for over a decade. I've often appreciated his storytelling that channels deeper messages and life lessons that creates deeper thought for his listeners. J. Cole is often humbled by his virtues. For Your Eyes Only is one of Cole's albums that showcases more of his personal life and some struggles he faced. With that being said, I still can't let you slide, Cole. Now, one thing people aren't talking about is how Drake let his ego get in the way and destroy his friendship with Cole. I mean, they were just on stage performing together a few months back, or in Kendrick's words, two of them kissing and hugging on stage. But when Drake dropped Push-Ups and Family Matters, it changed everything. Can you imagine how pissed J. Cole was? He was like, bet. J. Cole had to let everyone know indirectly he ain't messing with dude anymore. It's been obvious Cole may not want anything to do with Drake because he's been doing records with Drake's enemies. And if you know Drake, he's not the type of person to be friends with people who are friends with his adversaries. I mean, look at LeBron and Drake's friendship at this point. Drake feels like LeBron chose his side and he chose Kendrick's. I don't think that's the case at all. LeBron is a hip hop fan and you lost the beef. Let that man enjoy the greatest moment in hip hop history. Man, I swear that boy Drake think he banging the set or some shit. I mean, he really said, you know who really banged the set? My nigga YG. You know who really banged the set? My nigga CB. That didn't age well because YG popped out with Kendrick and Chris Brown was dancing like the rest of us. OVO Mal brought up the fact that J. Cole is on the chopping block and that Drake is going to have some bars for him too. I don't know, Mal thinks J. Cole should be scared of Drake.
To throw a speculative bomb out there, Kendrick's going to be on Cole's next album.
I think Kendrick Lamar will be on The Fall Off, and I can't wait to hear the song.
He will.
Because I love both of them.
I hope he on that motherfucker.
He probably is.
I hope he is. I hope he is.
I think right now, if Drake is putting out music,
Kendrick is on Cole.
I think he is.
Cole ass is on the chopping block.
Yeah, right.
His ass is on the chopping block. Cole, you next, damn it.
What chopping block?
He on the chopping block.
For who?
Yeah,
He got chopped the first time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
You think J. Cole needs Drake for the rest of his career?
I didn't say
He could
that.
be on the chopping block and J. Cole would be just fine.
In regards to what?
And in regards to getting shots thrown at him.
Oh,
No, I think it's coming.
that's
no,
fine.
I think Drake has a whole record for Cole.
Of course he does.
I think
yeah, he's next. Now you in it too, goddammit. Go ahead, you in it too. You didn't want to battle, you didn't want to rap. You couldn't sleep. Oh, you gonna really not, you gonna say Candyman, nigga. You gonna really not be able to sleep now.
Bro, what the fuck is this? The Glaze Olympics between Mal and Academics in that full top 5 and Aiden Ross. I don't know who deserves the crown. Nevertheless, J. Cole was on songs like Red Leather that was on Future and Metro's album, We Still Don't Trust You. There was no shots at Drake, but J. Cole didn't disappoint with the standout verse. But fans are accusing J. Cole at this point of betraying Drake. J. Cole did a record with A$AP Rocky called Ruby Rosary. A$AP Rocky dog keep pushing the album It's a Mess, but Ruby Rosary has production from The Alchemist, and I thought J. Cole's performance on the record was cool. It wasn't for him though. J. Cole didn't need to be on this record at all. I wasn't feeling it. With A$AP Rocky, I feel like people wanted that swag style he usually gives us. However, Play the Collard Greens by Daylight featuring J. Cole sent the hip hop community into a frenzy.
Alright, Jermaine, you got it. Shit, bro, because if you come up here slicing and dicing Daylight, bro, Daylight is at the top of the food chain lyrically.
That Michael Jackson scheme? Oh, that's better than both what Drake and Kendrick did their whole battle, bro.
So again, J. Cole just doesn't miss. He doesn't miss as a feature artist.
This is the verse of the year.
I feel like sometimes people hide behind metaphors sometimes, and they don't always make sense. The way that he wrote this was clear, you got his point, and he brought it home with a plate of collard greens.
It's truly a classic verse from J. Cole. He had a potent and dynamic flow, even though some may think there were some shots at Drake in this verse. I wouldn't be surprised, but the skill J. Cole showcases in this verse is dope. This goes to show if Cole continues down this path, people will have no choice but to respect him. Good, because he had to redeem himself after he did that song called Grippy. It's grippy. When I listen to Middle Child and the meaning of the song, he's stuck between two generations of hip hop, which makes sense why he would do that song. But we don't need another one. Even though people have been disappointed in J. Cole because of some of his actions this year, he hasn't let up on giving us great music and legendary moments to remember. But the pressure's still up for Cole. The Fall Off has to be a good album. It can't just be another off season where he's just barring up. There has to be a balance. Because if he comes out with the Fall Off and it comes and it goes, this could hurt where he falls as one of the greats. Because the justification of J. Cole's album flopping, people will say because of Kendrick and his apology. And Cole should not want to be giving Kendrick any more wins over him. He can continue to do dope verses, but it all comes down to if the album is good or not. But yo, if you like my content, make sure you check out the rest of my channel. And if you like hip hop and pop culture content, consider subscribing. And I'm out. Peace.